At this point, I'm wondering, if I can't get people on the record, how else can I establish from 99.9% to 100% that this thing is just fully fake?
We heard from numerous sources that some people weren't getting paid in November, and then later on we found out that it went back to October, that people had actually started missing their dividends.
So this is honestly the nightmare scenario that we were always trying to avoid, because when payments freeze, this is when it starts to hit the retirees, the investors, the hardest. They start to panic. They genuinely thought this thing was audited, backed. They were told that. And then they're scared to talk now too, because Danny is getting sued. So at this point, it's November 2025, and I feel like I don't know what to do. So I just reach out to Chris Delgado. I don't know if I'm going to do a story, but I demand to see the Black Block audit details. Chris responds. He can't show me because he says that auditor is a witness in his case versus Danny. I ask how much money Goliath manages. Chris responds, hundreds of millions. Finally, I address the delayed payments. Chris claims he had to freeze the funds for a full forensic audit, and then says that they're actually going to be resuming. The next payments would come December 15th. Now, I was kind of surprised because that was only in a month that we'd find out the truth. Unfortunately, I later learned this is also what the investors were told.
I think that was just pulled out of his ass to make sure it wouldn't be awkward at the Christmas party.
Meanwhile, all money was frozen.
So right before payments are supposed to come out, they have this big $5 million party with Jason Derulo. Investors are feeling good. And then, of course, the 15th arrives. Nobody gets paid. Feel terrible for people, but at the same time, nobody's talking. There's still this threat of a lawsuit. And I've contacted at least probably 100 people for this story at this point who had money in Goliath or knew about Goliath. And basically, almost all of them are terrified or embarrassed. And at this point, I'm wondering, if I can't get people on the record, how else can I establish from 99.9% to 100% that this thing is just fully fake?